It's Tuesday of the third week of Lent, and today, a reading from the Gospel according to Matthew. Peter came up and asked Jesus, "Lord, when my brother wrongs me, how often must I forgive him? 7 times?" "No," Jesus replied, "not 7 times. I say 70 times 7. That is why the reign of God may be said to be like a king who decided to settle accounts with his officials. When he began his auditing, one was brought in who owed him a huge amount. As he found no way of paying it, his master ordered him to be sold, along with his wife, his children, and all his property, in payment of the debt. At that, the official prostrated himself in homage and said, 'My lord, be patient with me, and I will pay you back in full.' Moved with pity, the master let the official go and wrote off the whole debt. But when that same official went out, he met a fellow servant who owed him a mere fraction of what he himself owed. He seized him and throttled him. 'Pay back what you owe.' His fellow servant dropped to his knees and began to plead with him, 'Just give me time, and I will pay you back in full.' But he would hear none of it. Instead, he had him put in jail until he could pay back what he owed. When his fellow servants saw what had happened, they were badly shaken and went to their master to report the whole incident. His master sent for him and said, 'You worthless wretch, I canceled your entire debt when you pleaded with me. Should you not have dealt mercifully with your fellow servant as I dealt with you?' Then in anger, the master handed over him to the torturers until he paid back all that he owed. My heavenly Father will treat you in exactly the same way, unless each of you forgives their brother from their heart." Forgiveness. It's a big thing. It's a big thing for each and every one of us. Being able to admit our faults, our failings, that's not easy. And to even admit it to someone else, that's even worse. It's hard as heck. But to be able to be forgiven, well, that's really hard. For many of us, being able to be the person who forgives can be almost as difficult as asking for forgiveness. Because as that person is letting go their past, we're saying that we let it go as well. Let's make a point today to think about that. How willing are we to ask for forgiveness? And how willing are we to be people who forgive? Our goal for today is first, how often have you asked for forgiveness? And then, how many times have you been forgiven? Until tomorrow.